Joining me now is my fine Congressman William Timmons of South Carolina's 4th Congressional District. Thank you for doing this.
Happy to. Thanks for having me on.
All right, I want to talk to you about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The last time we spoke, we were trying to get it through. It is done. It wasn't perfect, but it got done. What is there more to be done? What's coming up?
Well, first, I think it's important to realize how incredibly important getting the One Big Beautiful Bill signed into law was. You got border security, you got $150 billion for the military, you have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. The amount of incentives we created to get into the workforce and to work harder, even with the work requirements for Medicaid, that's going to put 5 million people back into the workforce working 20 hours a week or volunteering 20 hours a week. All of these critical components were designed to make us competitive in the global economy. Locking in the 2017 tax cuts to give the certainty to businesses to invest. All of these things are critical to giving the U.S. businesses the confidence they need to compete in the global economy. That's what this is all about. That's the first piece. What's next? We got tariffs. Obviously, the president has been negotiating extensively with many of our allies and adversaries to get better trade deals because both our allies and our adversaries have been taking advantage of us. So we're going to be wrapping that up here in the next few weeks. We're going to unleash our natural resources, lower energy costs, inflation is going to come down, interest rates will come down. All of this stuff is top priority for this year. And look, I say this, the winning's only beginning.
There you go. And I think a lot of people share that message around the country as we're seeing things come to fruition and illegals in particular getting out. Now, our state is not one that is too fond of illegals, but I was talking with a representative from New York earlier, and she's pretty upset that it's a safe haven. Are you encouraged by Alligator, Alcatraz, and all the deportations that we've seen recently?
You can't make some of this stuff up. I think Alligator, Alcatraz is great. I think that people need to understand that if they came into this country illegally, they're not going to benefit from breaking the law. They got to get in the back of the line. We need people to come here through the front door legally. Yeah. We got to vet them. We got to make sure they are who they say they are and that they have skills that are going to help grow the U.S. economy. We have $37 trillion in debt. The only thing that we can do to get out of that is to slow the growth of government spending, which we just did in the One Big Beautiful Bill, and to increase the size of the economy, grow the GDP, and that will start to pay down our debt. And it's a long-term solution, but it's the only path forward.
Are you hearing from constituents in our district who are seeing costs come down, inflation being reduced? Because I certainly am. I was with some family members who were excited about low gas prices over 4th of July. So I guess we're seeing a lot of this play out and improvements coming. I'm sure you're hearing the same.
It's going to take time. All these policies that we're implementing are going to have a major impact, but this year is going to be the transition year. The last 4 years have been horrific. The policies were awful. Americans died. I mean, just think about this. Hundreds of thousands of Americans died from fentanyl overdoses because Joe Biden had lawlessness at our borders. And that's done. That's done. There are no illegal border crossings. And we didn't even pass the One Big Beautiful Bill, and there were already no illegal border crossings. So we're going to save lives. We're going to get our country back on track, and we're going to save the American dream for the next generation. It's our obligation to do that.
All right, going closer to home, we have a governor's race coming up. I want to get your thoughts on this. Nancy Mace is expected to throw her hat in the ring. We have Lieutenant Governor Pam Evett now, Attorney General Wilson. There's a few others as well, and some who are considering. What are your thoughts on the governor's race? Do you have anybody in particular you're keeping a close eye on?
You know, it seems like it's going to be a spirited race. That and the Senate race. I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on South Carolina. You know, I've been very close friends with Alan Wilson, Pamela Evett, and Josh Kimbrell. They're all wonderful people, and you know, I think that they're going to have some fun debates, and I'm going to be popping my popcorn and enjoy hearing them give their vision for the future of South Carolina. But I will say this, Henry McMaster's done an incredible job, and we're moving in the right direction. I think we can still got some things we can do to make sure that we're the best place in the country to work, to live, to start a business, to raise a family, and I think that we have opportunities in the future, and I think the people of South Carolina will choose carefully.
And we're the best place to go to school, don't forget.
That's right.
There you go. Thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks.